time for Forest City Volleyball on Mix 107.3 with Darren Agastall.
Thanks, John. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Lake Mills High School as we get set for this top of Iowa conference matchup between the Lake Mills Bulldogs and the Forest City Indians. Hello, everybody. Darren Agastall with you high above Lake Mills' gymnasium as we get set for this competition between the Indians and the Bulldogs, and for a seventh straight year, it'll be for a conference championship. Of the six that have already been played, the Bulldogs have won four. Forest City has won two, including the last one. The Indians are the defending top of Iowa West Conference champions, looking to win here in Lake Mills and trying to win a conference championship for back-to-back years. It's been almost or a little over 2 decades since the last time Lake Mills hasn't won a conference within 2 years of each other. They haven't lost back-to-back conference championships. You have to go all the way back to 1999-2000, the last time the Bulldogs did not win a conference championship within 2 years. They're going to try to keep that streak alive tonight as they try to dethrone the Indians and try to get back on top here at their home floor. Well, we're going to hear from both head coaches throughout our pregame show today. Our pregame show brought to you by our good friends at Kingland Construction Service in Forest City. Eric and his crew do a great job. Eric actually in attendance to watch this conference championship matchup here tonight. We really appreciate his support and his company's support of the Forest City Indians and the Lake Mills Bulldogs, of all of our area athletics as well. 641-585-0101. That's 641-585-0101. Call Kingland Construction Service today. All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back in about 30 seconds, and we'll be talking with Lake Mills head volleyball coach Jim Meeber in about 30 seconds here on KIOW.
Forest City Family Dentistry, downtown on J Street. Dr. Layla can now place crowns in one visit. No clumsy temporary or return appointment needed. Also ask us about replacing missing teeth with affordable dental implants. Visit the place that puts a smile on your face. Forest City Family Dentistry. Call 585-4636. Stephenson Construction of Forest City. Looking to replace a door or some windows? Small remodeling jobs or just different odd carpentry jobs around your home or business? Call Denny or Jay Stephenson today at 585-3076. Good luck, Indians, from Stephenson Construction of Forest City.
Welcome back on the pregame show. We're talking now with Lake Mills head volleyball coach Jim Meeber in his 30th year. The Bulldogs are 23-4. Jim, how do you feel the season has gone so far?
And even in our 4 losses, really in every single one of them, we competed well with all of them. I mean, those certainly could have been wins. So I feel really good about that fact that we were in every match, even in our losses, and a couple that could have been losses, we found ways to get wins. So I feel real good about what the girls have done, and we haven't lost to a 1A or a 2A team yet this year. So that also always makes you feel good too, knowing that it's 3As and 4As that you have your losses to.
How are you approaching this game tonight against Forest City?
So we know that we're going to get their best shot. You know, we've been kind of going through this for 20-some years now as a program, but for these girls, it doesn't matter. That's ancient history. They don't know those girls. They live in the moment, and that's what they should be doing. So for us, it's going to be about being efficient. You know, we have to eliminate errors. We just have to know that the game of volleyball is a game of attrition, and the team that makes the fewest errors typically finds the way to win the match.
Jim, obviously being at home is a huge thing. God only knows the last time you guys have lost a home game. I'm sure we could find it at some point, maybe back in the middle of the 90s somewhere, early 2000s at most. How do you feel playing at home?
Well, yeah, it's just, it's where you practice. It's what you're used to. There's no bus trip. Again, our gym does get warm, and at least we're practicing in that. It's just your surroundings, and you're just comfortable, more comfortable. And so I got to believe it's got to help. It certainly won't hurt you, and if it doesn't help you, we know it won't hurt us. The advantage for us is, our kids aren't making that bus trip. That scoreboard for home and visitors, the only difference is the words are spelled different. But in terms of getting the 25, scoreboard will go up that high in either case. So we're not too worried about, we're at home and we have an advantage or something to being at home, because I think the kids understand that court's the same and scoreboard's the same. You just hopefully feel more comfortable, and that can turn into some better play for you.
What is the key? How do you win this match?
We got to serve well. We have to keep our percentage high, but we got to be aggressive, because they have so few holes in their game that you can't afford to give them 3 points. So we're just going to have to try to battle, hang into every set, give ourselves an opportunity near the end of a set to try to win it. You know, if we can force a fourth set or a fifth set or whatever situation you find yourself in, you just got to keep playing, because again, in volleyball, what's also unique is there's no clock. So you're never out of it. You know, you could be down 2-0 and you could be way behind in the third set, but you can still come back. The clock will never bail you out.
Coach, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it. Lake Mills and Forest City coming up very soon. This is the Kingland Construction pregame show. We'll be right back.
Waldorf University in Forest City. With scholarships available up to full tuition, athletics, fine arts, and over 35 clubs and organizations, you'll have the opportunity to find your passion while getting a world-class education. On campus or online, find support from a community that makes you feel at home. Find out more today at waldorf.edu.
Advanced Door Systems of Forest City. Advanced Door Systems is your Raynor and CHI overhead door dealer. They also service any make or model of overhead door. Call 641-585-1900 to see them online at ads-doors.com. Advanced Door Systems, the right door, the right way.
Now, once again, here's the voice of the Indians, Zarin Eggesdahl.
This is the Kingland Construction pregame show. We're talking now with Forest City volleyball coach Lacey Jerome. We want to thank our great friends at Kingland Construction Service for all their support of the Forest City Indians. 641-585-0101. That's 641-585-0101. Kingland Construction Service of Forest City. Give them a call today. Talking with Lacey Jerome, the head coach of the Forest City Indians in her 11th season with the Indians. And first of all, Lacey, how do you feel the season has gone so far up to your expectations?
Mostly up to my expectations. Feel like we've had a few hiccups, one being a couple Saturdays ago, just where we weren't finishing, weren't maybe playing together as best as we could, and just weren't playing as good as we had been playing, and that's just not the direction we want to go. Mostly meeting my expectations at this point, but it's kind of, I think we kind of turned a corner with a few people and then also as a team.
Lacey, it seemed like to me you guys got some really good experience Thursday with Clear Lake. Sets were back and forth. It was really loud in the gym. It seemed like that was a pretty good game for you guys to get set for this one and for the postseason, because they're not all going to be like you guys have had so far in conference play. Even the game with Bishop Garrigan, the sets you won by a lot. The sets you lost by a lot.
That Clear Lake game was just such a good atmosphere for us. That gym is so loud. The ceiling's a little bit lower than we're used to. There were just so many things that we needed in that match just to be able to play at Clear Lake to kind of get ready to keep going, and then also just kind of get us ready for the Lake Mills Gymnasium.
Coach, this will be the 7th straight year that yourself and Lake Mills, or your program in Lake Mills, will be competing for a conference championship. Since we went from the North Iowa Conference to now the top of Iowa Conference, no other team besides you guys have sniffed a conference championship. That's got to mean something to you and your program.
It does. To say that that's what our goal is every year is, that is what it is. I think that we're excited that the Lake Mills match thus far is last, and we just expect to be playing for that championship that last game. It doesn't always happen, right? But that is always our goal. And so just right now in that regard, we're meeting that expectation, being able to compete for that.
Coach, Lake Mills' gym has been about impossible to win at. It's been years. Last time you guys won in that gym, it wasn't a game against Lake Mills. So how do you win this game tonight? What's the recipe, do you think, to finally win against Lake Mills on their home court?
I have yet to do it, right? So I don't have that answer yet. Strive for it. We work for it. There's just something about that gym. They definitely have amazing fans, and that is like a whole town effort, right? When we play them, to win there would be huge. So we always have a really good fan base when we go, and we always have so many former players, whether we're playing in Forest City or Lake Mills, who come out for that match. And I just feel like it would be maybe like a testament, not just to this team, but like last year's team and the previous team, and then just really like just all the teams I've had since I've been here. I won't take any credit for it if we do have a chance to win up there, but it would just be nice to round that corner and just kind of take care of it and like get that off of our back and be able to continue.
Coach, we've seen your roster expand throughout the year, some girls coming up and getting some playing time, and one of them called into more duty because of injury, unfortunately. But
from what I see, doing a nice job. Bethany Warren out there. What have you seen from her so far?
Very eye-opening for her, and just every single game she learns one or two new things, that she can kind of implement and have success with and then just carry into the next game. So she's done a really good job blocking for us. She kind of keeps the ball in play. She's had some huge blocks, actually. She's had some huge solo blocks against some big teams, and I think that's just been fun for her and just kind of like just something to keep her going and want to keep learning and want to keep getting better.
Yeah, and also Bethany getting some of that experience that players like Jalen, Jaden, and Sophia did last year, and you can tell just in their games this year that getting that time last year was awesome for them, and can't wait to see their development along with everybody else that's getting some playing time. And just unfortunate without Carly Lambert right now. Hopefully we'll see her back on the court very soon for the Indians. Coach, thank you so much for your time.
Super good to talk to you.
That was Forest City head volleyball coach Lacey Jerome as the Indians and the Bulldogs get set for the conference championship matchup coming up at the top of this hour. Kingsley Construction is a sponsor of today's pregame show. We really appreciate all their support. 641-585-0101. We'll come back shortly. Starting lineups, first serve on the way.
A&W Family Restaurant in Forest City. A&W has delicious burgers, cheese curds, onion rings, chicken tenders, and more available daily from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Finish your meal with a tasty root beer float, shake, puller swirl, or soft serve ice cream. A&W Family Restaurant, where the food is as good as the root beer, Highway 69 North in Forest City.
Going through the board.
The Super Bowl at Forest City is open nightly for league and open bowling, with Cosmic Bowling Friday and Saturday nights, with karaoke Saturday nights as well. Enjoy food from the grill or delicious Buccese pizza to complete your experience. The Super Bowl, Highway 9 East, Forest City.
Larson Plumbing, Heating, Affordable is your Lennox dealer. They offer energy-efficient Lennox heating and air conditioning solutions for homes and businesses of all. Complete plumbing service. Call 797-2219
It must have been
today.
something in my box.
Larson Plumbing, Heating, Affordable.
For some reason, I had some really bad feedback.
Missile Insurance and Realty of Forest City. Whether buying or selling a home, Tim Missile and Pat Lovick have the market experience to help you follow your dream. Missile Insurance and Realty can help you insure that dream once you find it. Missile Insurance and Realty of Forest City. Call 641-582-3554.
Holland Contracting in Forest City for earth moving, Varco Pruden metal building, farm drainage, directional drilling, demolition, tire shop, and more. Call the construction experts at 641-585-2231. Holland Contracting in Forest City, dedicated to making the region a better place, one project at a time. MBT Investment Center of Forest City, located at MBT. Whether it's completing your 401k rollover, saving for your child's education, or investing for the future, see Matt Jennings or Troy Hall at the MBT Investment Center. Call 585
And then we'll have breaks for National Anthem, too.
MBT Investment Center, your partners for financial success.
Welcome back here to Lake Mills High School as we get set for this conference championship match between the Lake Mills Bulldogs and the Forest City Indians. Going to be a great match, great crowd on hand here. We knew the crowd would get large, and as you heard both coaches talking about it, you heard Coach Beamer mention it first, and then Coach Jerome was talking about it as well, how hot it gets inside this gymnasium, and every time we're here in the fall, and even in the wintertime we come back for basketball, it's not quite as hot as it is here in the fall, but still very, very warm inside of this gym. And one of the things that Coach Beamer mentioned, too, is that it's going to play in his team's favor, and it really will. They practice in it. They start practice in the middle of August. So how hot is it outside? It's 90, usually 90s and maybe 100 degrees outside in August. So can you imagine what it's like inside this gym when they're in camp during August? And at that time, they're running more, they're doing more than normal. So it's going to be a huge advantage here for the Lake Mills Bulldogs when it comes to the heat and when it comes to the building here this evening. All right, let's take a look at our starting lineups. We get set for both of these two teams to be introduced here at Lake Mills High School. Looks like Lake Mills got some volleyballs that they're going to be throwing out as well. Let's take a look at the starting lineups first. The starting lineups for the Forest City Indians. Number 4 is Shea Dillevue. She's a senior outside hitter at 5'8". Number 5 is Jaden Jerome. She's a sophomore defensive specialist for the Indians at 5'7". Number 6 is Regan Helgeson. She's a senior outside hitter at 5'8". Number 7 is Bethany Warren, a freshman middle hitter at 5'10". Number 10 is Emma Anderson, a sophomore defensive specialist at 5'10". And number 11 is Jalen Hovinga. She's a sophomore right side hitter at 5'7". Keevan Jones is the Indians' libero. She wears number 20, a senior at 5'4". The starting lineups for the Lake Mills Bulldogs will look like this. Number 2 is Brooke Burgo. She's a senior outside hitter at 5'10". Number 4 is Taylor Vanek. She's a sophomore defensive specialist at 5'5". Number 5 is Carly Helgeson. She's a junior setter at 5'6". Number 9 is Elistini. She is a junior outside hitter at 6 foot. Number 10 is Ellie Hanna, a junior middle hitter at 6'1". Number 13 is Finley Rockstead, a junior outside hitter at 5'8". And number 14 is Kit Byers, a senior middle hitter at 6 foot. Jim Beamer is the 30th year head coach of the Lake Mills Bulldogs. Lacey Jerome is the 11th year head coach of the Forest City Indians. Lacey Jerome is 268 and 103 in her 11 seasons. Jim Beamer is 910 and 206 in his 30 seasons. We'll take a break. We'll come back. First serve is next here from Lake Mills.
And 7-0 in the top of Iowa Conference. Now let's meet the starting.
Check them out on Highway 69 North in Forest City or call ahead at 641-585-5000. That's 641-585-5000. Shooters in Forest City. Dining room and drive-through now open.
Custom Paint and Collision of Forest City. Corey and his staff have nearly 50 years of body shop experience and can fix just about anything on the road. They give free estimates and also carry car batteries and windshield wipers. Located on Highway 69 just south of Forest City, it's Custom Paint and Collision, your body shop.
Hy-Vee in Forest City is a proud supporter of the Forest City Indians. Stop in and check out their pharmacy. It's built for you. No waiting in lines for the pharmacy. The pharmacy will be waiting for you. Hy-Vee is your full-service, employee-owned grocery store here in Forest City. Go Indians from Hy-Vee.
Grow Electric in Lake Mills is proud to support area athletics and proud to serve our new and returning customers. To get started on any electrical project, big or small, call 641-592-8282. Good luck, athletes, from Grow Electric in Lake Mills.
The County Line Seed Team of Chuck Rubish, Jake Young, and myself, Matt Keel, are your premier and local DeKalb, Asgrow, AgriGold, and NK dealer in Forest City. With a combined over 30 years of seed experience, we're setting a new trend in agriculture at County Line. Call today at 641-581-3300 or visit us off the Airport Blacktop in Forest City.
Malin Egg Service of Forest City is a proud supporter of Forest City High School athletics. Nate Malin is with you from the word go. From planting to harvest, you can count on Nate. Contact him today in Forest City at 641-860-1712. Nate will help you put the right seed on your acres. 641-860-1712.
NIAC is proud to help support North Iowa athletes. Working hard and being part of a team is a great way to learn lessons for life, and learning is what NIAC is all about, beginning with high school juniors and seniors who can start building college credits now for free. Learn more at niac.edu.
Support for Forest City Sports comes Edward Jones Financial Advisors, Mark Frakes, and Amy Ryan of Forest City. Edward Jones is a financial services firm exclusively serving individual investors, offering a range of investments including certificates of deposit, stocks, mutual funds, taxable and non-taxable bonds. Additional information is available at edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC. Non-taxable bonds may be subject to state, local, or alternative minimum tax.
Ready to sell your home? First Choice Realty is here for you. There are more homes needed to meet the demand of our pre-qualified buyers. Contact Bethany Ferris, Mary Ferris, Barb Rockow, or Teresa Combs at 641-585-2404. First Choice Realty of Forest City.
There you go. That should be the right page. Welcome back here to Lake Mills High School as we get set for this top of Iowa conference matchup. And the Lake Mills Bulldogs were set to go here from Forest City. Got our starting lineups, and the teams are out on the court. Forest City will be off your left side again. No switching sides now ever since the COVID. They decided not to switch sides anymore, so Forest City will be on your left side. All gray uniforms for the Indians, white numbers, white jerseys with gray number for Keevan Jones in her libero jersey. For the Lake Mills Bulldogs, all white jerseys with a purple libero jersey. gold numbers with Bulldogs across the chest in purple. Emma Anderson will start serving for the Indians from left to right. The gym is loud, the gym is packed, and we are set for Conference Championship Volleyball here on KIOW and live at KIOW.com. Anderson's first serve going to be taken by the Bulldogs there. Vanek has it now. This is one of the leaders for Lake Mills going to be this in this court, Ellie Hanna. Already been a prep athlete of the week for KIOW this year. She's going to try for her first kill, and she'll have it. So Lake Mills will have the first point, and the Bulldogs will lead 1-0 here in set number 1. Erica Jordan will come in, defensive specialist. She will serve first for the Bulldogs from right to left. Jordan, senior, 5'1", will serve for the Bulldogs going right to left. Serve, it's going to be out, and we're going to be tied at 1. So Jordan's serve will go a bit long. 1-1 is the score, and Forest City will get the serve back, and it will be the sophomore Jaden Jerome. We talked about it in the pregame show. Jerome, Holland, Hovinga all saw and got some great experience last year as freshmen, now have been in full swing as sophomores. Burgo was hurt last year for Lake Mills. She just got going. That one's in the back corner. Great job there by Hovinga, and she's got Forest City leading 2-1. Right in the back right pocket. Nobody was there. So Jerome will go back and serve once again for the Indians. 5'7" sophomore. She's now started and played in all 24 matches the Indians have played, and 61 sets Forest City has played this year. Setter dump by Leah Moen. That's the senior Leah Moen. She's going to be talked about this year as well. Does a great job setting. She's also serving, and we can talk about that because she is now serving. She is the 5th best efficiency as a server in the entire state, whether a class. No matter the class, she is the 5th best server efficiency-wise this season. That's going to be a point for Lake Mills. So Bulldogs will get back-to-back points, and it will send Leah Moen. They've always had, seems like they've always just had their go-to server, and it's Moen this year for the Bulldogs. Nearly gets an ace. Actually, they're going to count that as it. So Moen will find her first ace tonight, and the Bulldogs will lead 4-2 here in set number 1. 30th ace of the season for Leah Moen. I mentioned coming into tonight she was 251 of 257. Only 6 times that she had messed up on a serve. Over 250 serves this year, tied for 5th best in the entire state. Here comes Moen again. Her 3rd serve, all of them have been over the net, taken by Jerome. Here comes Hovinga from the 10-foot line. Erica Jordan a diving take. Burgo, now they've got to go over. It's going to be Moen who will free ball it. Indians take with Emma Anderson. Now Hovinga from the 10-foot line. Back to the Lake Mills side. Here's Jordan, set up by, that's going to be out. And it's going to be a point for the Indians. A double hit going to be called. The Lake Mills line judge called it in, but for the R2 called a double hit anyway. This one dug all the way back to the Forest City side, and the freshman Bethany Warren ties it up at 4. We talked about her in the pregame show, how important she has been to the Forest City offense. She was sprung into more duty. She was getting some playing time even before Carly's injury, but she was sprung into an extra workload after Carly Lambert got hurt, and she has been helpful for the Indians. She was there. Forest City will save on a Burgo attack. Indians take it back to the Lake Mills side. Vanek to Burgo, back to the Forest City side. The Indians will set it up. Dillavu from the 10-foot line. She's got the most attempts out of any attacker in the conference. That one doesn't go. Lake Mills, though, will get the kill back on their side, and it's 5-4. Bulldogs by 1 here in set number 1. The serve will go to Lake Mills. And the server will be Ellie Hanna, the junior, 6'1" middle hitter. She has come on the scene this year for Lake Mills as just a dominating force, probably their number 1. And it's going to be a point for the Bulldogs. Double hit they're going to call on the Indians. So Forest City tried to save a big dig. The dig went all the way into the net. And Jerome tried to save it to keep it alive so the Indians could try to kill it with Bethany Warren in the middle. Instead, it's a double hit called on the Indians, and it's 6-4. Hanna will serve once again. Taken by the Indians, kept alive. Hovinga will go over with it. Jordan passes it to Moen. Moen sets it up. There's a strike and an attempt for Lake Mills. That was Finley Rogstead. Taken by the Indians. Here comes Dillavu, and she's got a kill. Back to a 6-5 game. Dillavu actually second most. She's the second most, has the second most attacks by any player in the conference this year. And Forest City definitely tries to feed her. Now she's going to serve for the Indians. Set up by Moen. Kept alive by Lake Mills. Back to the Forest City side. Holland not quite able to get it over, and Lake Mills will lead 7-5. 7-5 Bulldogs here in set number 1. As Elastini will come into the lineup for Lake Mills. She'll play the outside. And we'll see a serve for the Bulldogs. That's Burgo. Burgo missed after getting a knee injury in the basketball season last year. She missed track, she missed softball, and missed a lot of the preseason, and the Bulldogs will have a point as Forest City is unable to control it and get it back over to their side. It's 8-5, Bulldogs by 3. So 8-5 the score. Bulldogs lead this one by 3, and we'll see Burgo to serve once again. Taken by the Indians, set up to Holland, and it's long. Now 9-5 Lake Mills. Bulldogs by 4, their largest lead. And we'll see another serve coming for Burgo from right to left here for Lake Mills, right to left. Taken by Hovinga, now to Jerome. Pushed over by Hovinga, taken by Burgo. She lays out for it, set up by Moen. In the middle, Lake Mills unable to control. Forest City thought it was 4 hits. The referees disagreed. Forest City thought that it hit in the net. Timeout Indians, Bulldogs by 5. We'll take a break as well. Forest City thought the ball had hit into the net and came back, and Lake Mills hit it for a 4th time. The referees disagreed, said it was blocked instead. It's 10-5. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Distribution Center for City. The team at 3M wishes our area athletes good luck and good health this season. Like any good team, working together brings out great results on the field or in the warehouse. The 3M Distribution Center for City.
Hi, this is Scott Wilson of Wilson Dental. We have been treating our patients' dental needs for almost 50 years, and our philosophy has always been to treat our patients as family. Become a part of our family. Call Wilson Dental in Forest City, where your smile is our reward.
Back here to Lake Mills High School we go. Lake Mills in Forest City in top of Iowa West Conference volleyball tonight. The winner will win the top of Iowa Conference Championship. Lake Mills trying to find their first conference championship since 2019. It's been a year as the Indians took it a year ago. Delavu from the back row nearly gets down. Vonik down to a knee. Will get it for Lake Mills. In the middle, kept alive by the Bulldogs. That was Kit Byers. And a big strike for the Indians. It's blocked back down to the Forest City side. Byers and Finley Rogstead are blocking it for the Bulldogs, and it's now 11-5. This first set is crucial. The last 3 have been those tightly contested conference matches, have all been won 3 straight sets. Even though they've been close, the team that's won the conference championship has been able to, as the Indians will get a point back now and make it 11-6. Whoever's won the conference championship has been able to just find a way to win it at the end of each set and win in straight sets fashion, including the Indians a year ago in Forest City. Lake Mills 2 years ago here in this building. Hovinga will serve. It's long, and the Bulldogs are back on the board. It's 12-6. And it will be Finley Rogstead, the junior outside hitter, 5'8" she stands. She will serve for Lake Mills. Over the net, taken by Jones, set up to Jerome. Jerome kills one for the Indians. And they're going to call Jerome out of bounds. They say that Jerome hit it behind the antenna. So instead it's going to be a Lake Mills point. So they say that Jerome hit it behind the antenna. And it's a Lake Mills point, make it 13-6 instead of 12-7. Warren blocked, and it's dead. Warren tried to kill it. It's blocked back on the Forest City side, and the Bulldogs lead 14-6. 14-6 Lake Mills. You don't want to get too far in a hole. The Indians will have to exert a lot of energy to try to dig themselves out of this hole now. And in this hot gym, you don't want to have to use extra energy. Good job by Jerome. Nearly got one down, but saved by Burgo in the back row. Kept alive by the Indians. Jerome will set it up to Holland, and Holland will find a kill. Big kill there for Sophia Holland on a great set by Jaden Jerome. And the Indians will get the serve back, and it's now 14-7. Forest City trailing by 7. They're back and forth for the first few points. Lake Mills took the lead and has held on to it, and this one's into the net. Forest City's top server Kevin Jones, and now we'll go the other way. It'll be Vonik who will serve for Lake Mills, taken by Regan Helgeson, who's into the game. Here's Hovinga. Jerome will just send it over, and it gets down. Jerome just tried to free ball it over, and Lake Mills was set up for somebody to attack it. And Lake Mills just not in the right position. It's free balled over, and Jerome puts it right in the right spot. And it's a kill for the Indians, 15-8 for a City. Trailing Lake Mills. Anderson will serve for the Indians, taken by Burgo, set up by Moen. And that one's going to be a point for the Indians. And it's got to be a point for 4A City. Yeah. All right. Well, the referee had to have a conversation with the line judge to make sure they were both on the same wavelengths, to make sure everybody knew what was going on. But, yeah, no way that one was a point. As it's another point for 4A City. 3 straight for the Indians, and it's 15-10. 4A City back to within 5. They've trailed by as much as 8 in this set. Now they're down by 5, trying to climb back into it. Though we talked about before, it takes a lot of energy to try to climb back into a set like this. And once they climb into it, they got to stay into it. That's out. And 4A City scores 4 straight. 4 straight for the Indians. It's 15-11. Emma Anderson will continue to serve. 15-11 Bulldogs here in set number 1. Conference championship will be decided tonight here in Lake Mills. Anderson sends it over. That's Emma Anderson for the Indians. Kept alive by Leah Moen. Great job there by Moen to keep it alive. Here's Dillavu from the front of the net. Vonik takes it. Moen will set it up. She's going to set it up to Steeny. Dug out by Kevin Jones to Hovinga. Jerome just free balls it over. Now Vonik set up by Leah Moen. Here's Steeny, and it's in. Dillavu ducked there. I think she thought that somebody was behind her and was going to let whoever was behind her to dig it out, but there was nobody there. 16-11 now the score. And Erica Jordan is back in to serve, the defensive specialist, senior for Lake Mills. They have a good group of seniors, but also mix in some youngers. Leah Moen, Erica Jordan. That one's nearly killed by Jerome, kept alive. Moen, here's Burgo, also a senior, but she puts that one into the net. And the Indians are back to within 4 at 16-12. Indians trailed by as much as 8. Now they're back to within 4. And it's now 16-12, and Jaden Jerome will serve here for the Indians. Over the net. Taken by Vonik. Erica Jordan from the back row passes it. Now Burgo just has to free ball to the Indian side. Taken by the Indians in the back row. Set up to Dillavu. Dillavu. And hers is just a bit short into the net. And it's 17-12. Lake Mills will keep the serve. 17-12. It'll be Leah Moen. Top 5 efficiency server in the entire state. Any class from Class 1A to Class 5A. Taken there by Emma Anderson. Set up by the Indians. Here's Dillavu to the back row. Moen bumps once. Now Vonik. Burgo sends it over. Dug out there by Jones. And it will just be sent over by Jalen Hovinga. Now Leah Moen sets it up. Burgo trying to kill. Indians keep it alive with Emma Anderson. I don't know how she did it, but Emma Anderson kept it alive. And it's going to turn into a Forest City point. I'm not sure how she did it. And all the Indians fans, they were kind of cheering that one along. Everybody kind of stands up and claps, a more aggressive clap. Your standing clap. As Emma Anderson somehow kept that one alive, and it turns into an Indian point. It's now 17-13. Over the net, taken by Regan Helgeson, or rather served by Regan Helgeson, taken by the Bulldogs. Burgo, long. And no, they're going to say it was tipped. They're going to say it was a tip. 4A City fans don't agree. And it's now 18-13. They're going to say there was a tip there. And we'll see a serve coming for Lake Mills. Ball's going too fast, I have no idea. We'll defer to the officials. Great serve there by Hannah. It's an ace. That a knuckleball straight to the floor. Timeout for 4A City. The Indians trail 19-13 here in set number 1. Trying to get back on track before the end of this set. We'll take a break and we'll come back as well in about a minute here on.
FCIS Insurance is proud to support our local athletes throughout the year. Let FCIS be your partner, not just your agent, helping you with all your insurance needs. With multiple carriers, we can get you the best coverage for the best price. Call us today at 800-331-1520. Good luck, Indians, from FCIS Insurance.
Your vehicle has been in an accident. You need Dale's Body Shop of Forest City. Dales has been repairing vehicles since 1980. With Dales, you'll receive high-quality work and professional service. Dales is also a diamond dealer for WeatherTech and Ultimate Lining Spray-On bed liners. Dales Body Shop of Forest City.
Top Dead Center Truck Equipment of Forest City. Top Dead Center is a full-line Western dealer with blades and snow control
After
equipment.
this,
they also carry truck accessories of all kinds, fifth wheel hitches, LED lights, and more. Call 641-512-5529. Top Dead Center Truck Equipment of Forest City.
welcome back here on KIOW. Live at KIOW.com as Forest City and Lake Mills doing battle. 19-13 is the score. As the Bulldogs serve, Forest City gets it back to the Lake Mills side. Moen will set it up for Burgo, trying to kill. She does. And Lake Mills has made it a 20-13 ball game. 20-13 here in set number one. Again, we talked about it. Lake Mills just got ahead of the Indians by quite a bit there in the middle portion of the set, led by 8 at one point. Now their lead's back up to 7. But Forest City might have just dug themselves a little bit too big of a hole here in set number one. Hannah will serve, and she smokes Rogstead in the back of the head with the serve. Finley Rogstead looking at the net, getting ready to go after the serve after the Indians take it, and Hannah drills her right in the back of the head. I'm sure there will be a conversation about that a little bit later on. Shea Dillevue will serve for the Indians from left to right over the net, taken by Vanek. Now Moen, 10-foot line, Burgo, kept alive by Jerome, and the Indians off the hoop, not able to keep it up. Off the basketball hoop, they played it, just not quite able to keep it alive. 21-14 is the score. Lake Mills will make a substitution. Jordan will come out as Steeny will come in. And serving is Burgo from the back row, taken by Dillevue. Now Jerome. And a kill attempt for Hovinga, but it's blocked by the Bulldogs. That's Kid Byers and Steeny. Both block it. It's 22-14. And Burgo will score. Lake Mills closing in on taking set number one over the Indians here this evening. Forest City will need a monster comeback if they're able to win set number one, and Forest City not able to set that one up and kill it. It's 23-24. Indians, be the first time they lose set number one this season here on KIOW, not on tournaments. Over Warren, taken by Rogstead, set up by Leah Moen. Steeny over. Jones, set up by Jerome. Holland trying to get a kill. It's dug out there by Vanek. Good job by her. And it's going to be a point for the Indians, as a double hit is going to be called on Lake Mills. So Forest City will get one, and the Indians will be back on the board 23-15. That we talked about. It's crucial to find the first set with these two teams playing, though it's not the end of the day for the Indians if they don't find this first set victory. And a kill for Steeny, just because the last few matches between these two teams have gone straight sets. They've been close, but they've gone straight sets. Doesn't mean they have to. Here's a serve for Rogstead. It's a one more point to a first set victory here for Lake Mills. Over for Jerome. Taken there by Burgo. Leah Moen just tries to dump and win it. Kept alive by Dillevue. And Jerome here is set up for the Bulldogs, and it's a kill and a win. Rogstead kills it. Victory, Lake Mills here in set number one. 25-15 is the final in set number one. The Indians will regroup for set number two, coming your way in just a couple of minutes here on KIOW.
Is committed to providing local phone service, high-speed internet, and the most reliable digital TV. They proudly support local schools, events, and charities. Their employees are your friends and neighbors who live and work in your community. WCTA is your local telecommunications cooperative.
Kingland Construction Services of Forest City currently has capacity for renovation and remodel projects, while the large projects experience delays. We have master craftsmen available to help you with your project from start to finish. Put them to work for you by calling 641-585-0101 today. Kingland Construction Services of Forest City.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to shove these $20 bills down the drain. Ah, there we go.
Having an old water softener is like shoving money down the drain. But a new Culligan softener can save money and a ton of salt. Culligan, better water, pure and simple.
Forest City Family Dentistry, downtown on J Street. Dr. Layla can now place crowns in one visit. No clumsy temporary or return appointment needed. Also ask us about replacing missing teeth with affordable dental implants. Visit the place that puts a smile on your face. Forest City Family Dentistry. Call 585-4636. Stephenson Construction of Forest City. Looking to replace a door or some windows? Small remodeling jobs or just different odd carpentry jobs around your home or business? Call Denny or Jay Stephenson today at 585-3076. Good luck, Indians, from Stephenson Construction of Forest City.
Waldorf University in Forest City. With scholarships available up to full tuition, athletics, fine arts, and over 35 clubs and organizations, you'll have the opportunity to find your passion while getting a world-class education. On campus or online, find support from a community that makes you feel at home. Find out more today at waldorf.edu.
Welcome back here on KIOW, live at KIOW.com. Conference Championship Volleyball tonight on KIOW. The Indians and the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs will serve first after winning set number 1, 25-15, and we talked about it. Forest City got themselves in an 8-point hole at one point. They dug themselves out, but it takes so much energy and power and will to dig yourself out of a hole like that. Once you get out of the hole or get close to getting out of the hole, you just lose everything. So Lake Mills starting with the first point again, as Hannah will find a kill for the Bulldogs. And some momentum starting to switch here towards Lake Mills. Huge momentum for the Bulldogs right now, leading 1-0 in set number 1 after taking set number 2 after taking set number 1, 25-15. This one's set up back to Dillavu, and she puts it down. Did that hit the ceiling? I guess not. Apparently it didn't hit the ceiling. The Indians, it was dug back by the Bulldogs. There's a really low ceiling here in Lake Mills, and you heard Coach Jerome talk about that in the pregame show, as that was good to play in Clear Lake because they have a low ceiling as well. And that ball went through the ceiling without hitting anything all the way to the Forest City side. If it would have hit something and then goes to the Forest City side, it's an Indians point. Officials say no. Taken by Leah Moen, and Steeny puts it over, taken by the Indians. Now here comes Dillavu, and she sends one down. That one does go into the ceiling, and a hard shot right back off the ceiling, and it's a point for the Indians. So dug out by Finley Rockstead. She dug it out, and it jetted right up into the ceiling, and then immediately came from the ceiling straight back to the floor, and no chance. It's 2-1 for the Indians here. Forest City is going to want to try to make a run at things, try to take a little bit of a lead here in set number 2. Don't want to fall behind, and what better way to do it than when you're serving? Set up by the Indians now after Lake Mills return. They block it, but kept alive by Jones. Over, taken by Leah Moen. Vanek sets it up now. Steeny to the Forest City side. Jerome. Hovinga down. And Hovinga will send it down. It's 2-2. So the Indians get back-to-back points to make it 2-2. And they will serve now. Again with Jerome. 2-2 here in set number 2. Bulldogs take set 1, 25-15. Jerome will serve from left to right. All gray jerseys again for the Indians here tonight. White jerseys for the Bulldogs. And that one awkwardly off the ceiling, somehow kept alive by Hannah, but sent Lake Mills a little bit into a flurry. Forest City tried with a quick hit, and I think it is going to turn into a Forest City point. I think that all had to do with the ceiling. Hannah hit it off the ceiling. She kept it alive and was able to get to the Forest City side, but Lake Mills was kind of out of whack at that point. And the Indians were able to find it down, and Forest City with 3 straight points now make it 3-2. Here's a serve coming from Jerome. Over the net. Oh, it's off of Rockstead's hands, an ace. Jerome's got an ace. Indians 4-2. Right off the hands of Rockstead. And Jerome will have an ace for the Indians. 126 digs for her coming into tonight. When she's in the back row, she plays a defensive specialist. When she's in the front row, she'll do some setting for the Indians. Or she'll do some setting from time to time for Forest City. The Indians score again. They have both setting with Jerome and with Hovinga. They will both set. And we'll see a serve coming here for Jerome over the net. Taken by Rockstead. Set up by Leah Moen. And it's into the net. Forest City up 6-2 here in set number 2. Now the Indians have to do what Lake Mills did in set number 1. Lake Mills got onto the gas and held onto the gas in set number 1. Forest City now, they're on the gas, leading by 4. And not saying they have to win this one by 10, but they can't allow Lake Mills to have big runs after taking this early lead. They've got to get on the gas and stay on the gas. Jones sets this one up back on the Forest City side. Here comes Dillevue trying to get the Indians another point taken by the Bulldogs. Here's Moen. Steeny over, out. And the Indians score again. 7-2. 5-point lead for Forest City. Jerome has been doing a great job keeping the serves alive here for Forest City. And we've got a great environment. You can probably hear them in the background. Great student sections from both Forest City and Lake Mills tonight. Jerome a little bit long on her serve, and it's now 7-3. Indians 7-3. Erica Jordan will come back in. Forest City leads by 4. Again, said Forest City doesn't have to win this match by 10 points, but they have a 4-point lead. They don't want to let Lake Mills go on a 4, 5, 6-point run now and get the lead back, or even come close to tying it. This one's set up. Helgeson over, and it's out. Forest City thought maybe Erica Jordan had tipped it. Line judge says no. 7-4 now. Back to a 3-point game. Remember, Forest City dug themselves out of a hole to start that run. That's why they only had a 4-point lead after a big run. Blocked by the Bulldogs, kept alive by Emma Anderson in the back row. She's had a nice game so far for the Indians. Trying to keep it alive is Lake Mills. Rockstead will. Free ball to the Indians side. Set up to Helgeson. She's blocked. It kept alive again by Helgeson. Too big. Yes, Forest City's point. Huge one there. As you can hear the Forest City crowd behind getting pretty excited about that one. Emma Anderson and Helgeson both had big saves there for Forest City to keep the ball alive. 8-4. So you let Lake Mills have a point, but didn't let them go on a big run. And now Lake Mills back on the board after you score one, as Hannah will send one down. She's the leader for the Lake Mills Bulldogs. Number 1 in the conference in blocks, 60. And just to put this in perspective, she has 60 blocks coming in. The next highest blocks is her teammate with 45. So 15 blocks into first place for Hannah, who also is a very good attacker as well. Forest City keeps this one alive. Off a little bit of an awkward set there. And now the Bulldogs will kill it. And it's 8-6, back to a 2-point game. So 60 blocks coming into this year for Ellie Hannah. The second most in the conference was Kit Byers with 45. That's her teammate. So top 2 blockers. We've seen some big blocks for Lake Mills so far in this game. That's how they score a lot of points. And right there, it'll be a point for Lake Mills. Wasn't quite a block, but their blockers were able to get in front of Dillevue that she knew she had to try to go over them and wasn't able to quite get it. So Lake Mills has battled back. It's now 8-7. Bulldogs back to within 1. 8-7 here in set number 2. Leah Moen will serve. You know, she's probably not going to serve it long or wide, so you're going to have to play it. The Indians do, and it's right in. That's going to be a point. Great job there for Forest City. Again, Leah Moen, number 5 in the state when it comes to making sure the ball stays alive on a serve. Emma Anderson will go out. Holland will come in. She'll play in the front row for Forest City. Dillevue will serve left to right. Dillevue serve taken by Vonik. Set up by Moen. Rockstead tried to take Forest City. Diggs off a block. Nice job by the Indians. Here comes Burgo, and she kills it off an Indian block. Forest City not able to get the block there in time, and it's now 9-8. Indians still lead by 1. And again, this is a really crucial set because you don't want to go down 2-0. The first one, you obviously wanted to win the first one to get some momentum. But if you don't want to win the first one, between these two teams, you'll want to win that second one. Because if you go down 2-0 to either of these two teams, it's tough to come back. And Forest City back in the lead by 2 as the Indians able to block Lake Mills from returning a big attack. 10-8, Forest City in the lead. As long as the Indians get it to 1-1, send us to a game 3. Then you're talking about a crucial game 3. Lake Mills hits one into the ceiling, hard for them to return, and it's long. And Forest City will score again. Indians by 3 here in set number 2. had a feeling this year we could see maybe tighter than we've seen in the past. We'll see how this one ends up. But right now, Forest City trying to tie it up at a game apiece. But I got a lot of work to do here in set number 2, just leading 11-8. Forest City will set up an attack, and it's down. Jerome with a nice kill. Forest City leads 12-8 here in set number 2. The other thing that helps the Indians, timeout Lake Mills. The other thing that helps the Indians, they're trying to take the Lake Mills crowd out of it, get the Forest City crowd into it. We'll talk more when we come back. 12-8 Indians. We'll be right back.
Advanced Door Systems of Forest City. Advanced Door Systems is your Raynor and CHI overhead door dealer. They also service any make or model of overhead door. Call 641-585-1900 or see them online at ads-doors.com. Advanced Door Systems, the right door, the right way.
A&W Family Restaurant in Forest City. A&W has delicious burgers, cheese curds, onion rings, chicken tenders, and more available daily from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Finish your meal with a tasty root beer float, shake, polar swirl, or soft serve ice cream. A&W Family Restaurant, where the food is as good as the root beer, Highway 69 North in Forest City.
Welcome back here to Lake Mills High School. You can probably still hear the crowd behind me. And throughout each set, you can hear, especially the Forest City crowd. We're on the near side. The Forest City side is the near side. Lake Mills fans on the far side. Lake Mills student section to our far right. Forest City student section to our near left. Indians with the volleyball right now on the left side, and Sophia Holland comes out of a timeout and slams one down for the Indians. It's now 13-8. Great job there by Holland, as it was set up to her perfectly, and she knew exactly what to do with it. Forest City 13-8 here in set number 2. The Indians will continue to serve. It'll be Jalen Hovinga from left to right, taken by Vonik. Set up by Moen. Burgo trying to kill. Great job by Jones. Nobody's there, though. It came through the block. Jones was right behind the block. As soon as it got through the block, Jones was there to keep it alive, but after Jones touched it, somebody else had to get it, and nobody was there. 13-9. Lake Mills has the serve. Forest City has the lead. Here's the serve taken by Jerome. Now Hovinga, and Jerome not able to quite get that one over the net. And Lake Mills back to within 3. So Indians, they got a couple. Now if you're Forest City, you want to get a stop here. Get a side out, get the volleyball back. Jones takes it. Here's Warren, she's blocked, and Lake Mills is back to within 2. It's 13-11. So 3-point run for the Bulldogs. It's 13-11. 2-point lead, and Burgo will continue to serve. Taken by Jones. Big dig all the way back to the Lake Mills side, and it's just taken by Kit Byers and thrown back to the Forest City side, and it's now 13-12. So Forest City led 13-8. 4 straight points for Lake Mills. It's 13-12. Burgo to serve again. Taken by Jones, set up by Hovinga. Here comes Jerome, over, taken by Steeny. Indians trying to block at the net. It's down. No, it's going to be a Forest City point, as a lift is going to be called on Lake Mills. Fortunate there for the Indians, as that was going to go down to the floor and be a point for the Bulldogs. Instead, a lift is going to be called. 14-12. As the Indians student section and Lake Mills student section trying to go back and forth. Serve for the Indians, taken by the Bulldogs. And it's down for a Lake Mills kill, 14-13. Back and forth we go here in set number 2. It's a crucial one. If the Indians win it, we'll be tied at 1 set apiece. Going to set number 3, anybody's ball game. If Lake Mills wins it, the Indians will have to come back from a 2-0 deficit, win 3 straight against a very good team in Lake Mills. We're tied at 14 as the Indians are blocked back down to their own side. Actually, I'm not sure that hit the net. So if Forest City would have touched it, it would have been a 4-hitter on the Indians. 14-14 now as the Bulldogs have come back. They trailed the Indians. Forest City led by 1 point, 13-8. It's now 14-14. Hovinga sets this one up to Helgeson. Helgeson with a big strike taken by Steeny. Here's Moen, back to Steeny. She's trying for a kill, and it's down. Bulldogs lead. First time Lake Mills has had a lead here in set number 2 since it was 2-1. And now the Bulldogs lead here in the middle portions of the set. It's 15-14 Bulldogs. And it will be Rogstead who will serve. Taken by the Indians. Hovinga back to Helgeson. Down, and we're tied again at 15. I have a feeling that we're going to be like this the rest of set number 2, and it's going to come down to who can close it out. Forest City fans back at home are hoping that's not the case. They're hoping the Indians go on a long run here. 15-15. Emma Anderson will serve. Middle of the court, left to right. Over. Taken by Vanek. Set up by Moen. Here's Steeny. Blocked to the net, taken by the Indians. Set up to Dillevue. And Dillevue down, not down. No, it's kept alive by Burgo. Great dig by Burgo, but the Bulldogs are unable to return it. That was a crush from Dillevue. I thought there was no chance for Burgo, but she dove down, got that one out, but just too tough for the Bulldogs to be able to return it afterwards. 16-15 Indians. Anderson still serving. Leah Moen will set it up. Here's Steeny. She kills it. Steeny, quite the athlete. She finished 4th place at state track this year, the 100-meter hurdles. As a sophomore, that was last year, now into her junior season. And they use her in multiple sports with her height at 6 foot. Over by Dillevue. 16 all here in set number 2. Here's Steeny again, blocked by the Indians, kept alive. Forest City will have 3 hits to get it over from the 10-foot line. Dillevue. Burgo makes a diving attempt. Leah Moen keeps it alive. Hannah over, taken by the Indians. Jerome sets it up. Here's the Indians, kept alive, but it wasn't blocked by Lake Mills. Instead, it went into the net, so it'll be 4 hits. So the Indians played it off the block, though the officials say it was not blocked. Instead, it was in the net, but came back out. So Forest City is called for 4 hits, and the Bulldogs lead 17-16 as we close in on the later stages of this set. Moen passes it. Rogstead from the back row. It's out. And we're tied at 17. 17-17. The Indians will serve again as they get the point they need. Forest City looking for a little bit of a run. This is the point of the set where if you get 3-4 points here in a row, you're sitting in a pretty good position. They're trying to close it out at the end. Moen will set it up. Blocked by the Indians, right back down. It's Helgeson and Dillevue with a huge block on Steeny. Right back to the floor, and Indians will lead by 2. It's 18-17. Back-to-back points for Forest City. They lead 18-17. And we'll see Jerome who will serve. From the IGHSAU logo on the Lake Mills court, kind of cool. When they redid their court a couple years ago, they added the Iowa High School Athletic Association and the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union logos to their court. Forest City trying to attack here, taken by Steeny, set up by Moen. She's just going to set her, dump it to the Forest City side. Now Helgeson over, dug out there by Rogstead, set up to Hannah, and she kills it. We're tied at 18. 18-18 the score here in set number 2. Erica Jordan comes in. Steeny will go out. Erica Jordan will go back to serve for the Bulldogs as they are tied. The Indians here at 18. Jordan goes all the way back near the wall, comes up and makes a running attempt at her serves. Taken by Jones. Here's Dillevue with an attack. Back row, Vanek. Now Moen just trying to get it over, taken by the Indians. All the way to Dillevue. She just has to push it over, and it's long. Lake Mills by 1, 19-18. And timeout's going to be called by Forest City. Lake Mills leads 19-18, set number 2. Crucial set number 2. We're back in a minute.
City is open nightly for league and open bowling, with Cosmic Bowling Friday and Saturday nights, with karaoke Saturday nights as well. Enjoy food from the grill or delicious Bucchese pizza to complete your experience. The Super Bowl, Highway 9 East, Forest City.
Larson Plumbing, Heating and Fertile is your Lennox dealer. They offer energy-efficient Lennox heating and air conditioning solutions for homes and businesses of all sizes. For complete plumbing service, call 797-2219 today. Larson Plumbing, Heating and Fertile, your Lennox dealer. Missile Insurance and Realty of Forest City. Whether buying or selling a home, Tim Missile and Pat Lovick have the market experience to help you follow your dream. Missile Insurance and Realty can help you insure that dream once you find it. Missile Insurance and Realty in Forest City. Call 641-582-3554.
After this. Back here to Lake Mills High School. The Indians actually, after calling that timeout, they left the gym, I'm assuming, trying to get some air flow. Again, we talked about how hot it is inside this gym going down towards the end of this set. Forest City trying to get some air, so they ran out and spent the timeout time out in the hallway, a little bit cooler out there. Hannah, and that's in. Lake Mills by 2. leading 20-18 here in set number 2. Big set here between the Bulldogs and the Indians. Obviously, it will be tough for Forest City to try to come back down 2 sets, but they got a lot of time left here in set number 2. But they trail 20-18, make it 21-18 as Lake Mills finds another point. 21-18 Bulldogs, and Forest City will take another timeout. Bulldogs by 3 as we head the closing portions of this set, and we're going to keep it right here. You can probably hear the student sections trying to go back and forth with each other here. 21-18, Bulldogs in the lead. Forest City 16-8 on the year, 7-0 in the TIC West. Lake Mills 23-4, they are 7-0 in the TIC West. Forest City has won 2 conference championships in the last 3 seasons, trying to win back-to-back conference championships for the first time, trying to do so. Lake Mills, on the other hand, the Bulldogs have won 15 of the last 17 conference championships, including 19 titles in the last 25 years, and they've reached 11 regional finals in the last 13 years. Coach Beamer has built a dynasty here in Lake Mills. 30th season for Coach Beamer. He's closing in a couple more years away from 1,000 career wins. We'll see if he decides to try to go after that. 910, he got his 900th career win this season. 900 and 206. 910 and 206. Back to volleyball. Here comes Burgos. She's blocked, and it goes out of bounds. It's a point for Lake Mills. Good block for the Indians, but it went out of bounds. And the Bulldogs now closing in here on set number 2, 22-18. Student section's back into it. Forest City had a big lead at one point of 4 points. Kind of took the Lake Mills student section out of it. But now Lake Mills student section's back, and it's an ace for Erica Jordan, and it's 23-18. 23-18 for the Bulldogs, leading over the Indians as Colette Logus is going to check in for Forest City to go into the back row. Freshman into her biggest game of her career. Erica Jordan will serve. Taken by Dillavu, set up and into the net. Lake Mills 1 point away. We were tied at 18, and since then the Bulldogs have rattled off 6 straight points. We mentioned it at one point that it was a good time to try to take a big run, and Forest City doesn't do it. Lake Mills does, and it's now 24-18. The Bulldogs are 1 point away from taking a 2-0 lead, but it won't happen this time as Erica Jordan's set will go long. Now the Indians will have to go on a run of their own. Trailing 24-18, Forest City will have to score 5 straight points. The Indians have scored 4 straight points in the set. Earlier in the set, they will have to score 5 straight points now. And then after that, then they got to go try to win the set. So they need a lot of energy here at the end of the set. Hannah trying to end it. Kept alive by the Indians. And Erica Jordan, no. So Forest City's won 2 straight. And actually, if the Indians do come all the way back, it'll actually be 6 straight, because they had to get the point to make it to 5 straight. They've got 2 of the 6 needed so far. Over by Helgeson. Now Leah Moen sets it up. Hannah taken by the Indians. Set up by Jerome. Here comes Hovinga over, and that's going to be kept alive by the Bulldogs. Jordan will send it over. Jerome over to Dillavu. Dillavu down. She gets a kill. 3 straight. Indians have half of the points they need. They needed 6. They've got 3. It's 24-21. They need 3 more points to keep this set alive. Timeout will be called as we'll clean up a little moisture on the floor. And it'll be Helgeson to continue to serve here for the Indians. It takes a lot of effort from everybody to try to go on runs like it is, like the Indians need here. It takes a server to get the ball over, and it takes teamwork to try to keep it alive. Blocks and kills. 24-21. Lake Mills 1 point away from taking set 2. Indians 3 points away from trying to get it back tied. Hannah trying to end it. No, dug out by the Indians. Forest City miscommunication. It's over. It ends on a Forest City miscommunication at the net, and the Bulldogs lead 2-0. And Forest City is down to their final set. The Indians will have to win 3 straight sets if they want to win a conference championship here in 2021. We'll take a break. We'll come back in a couple of minutes for set number 3.
Forest City for earth moving, Varco Pruden metal buildings, farm drainage, directional drilling, demolition, tire shop, and more. Call the construction experts at 641-585-2231. Holland Contracting in Forest City, dedicated to making the region a better place, one project at a time. MBT Investment Center of Forest City, located at MBT. Whether it's completing your 401k rollover, saving for your child's education, or investing for the future, see Matt Jennings or Troy Hall at the MBT Investment Center. Call 585-IRAs. MBT Investment Center, your partners for financial success.
The Shooters Dining Room is now open. Shooters will continue to have their drive-thru window open as well. Check them out on Highway 69 North in Forest City or call ahead at 641-585-5000. That's 641-585-5000. Shooters in Forest City. Dining room and drive-thru now open.
Custom Paint and Collision of Forest City. Corey and his staff have nearly 50 years of body shop experience and can fix just about anything on the road. They give free estimates and also carry car batteries and windshield wipers. Located on Highway 69 just south of Forest City, it's Custom Paint and Collision, your body shop.
Hy-Vee in Forest City is a proud supporter of the Forest City Indians. Stop in and check out their pharmacy. It's built for you. No waiting in lines for the pharmacy. The pharmacy will be waiting for you. Hy-Vee is your full-service, employee-owned grocery store here in Forest City. Go Indians from Hy-Vee.
Well, welcome back here to Lake Mills High School as we get set for set number 3. We've seen magical comebacks in this building before. If you're a Forest City fan, remember back to a couple of years ago. Lake Mills boys basketball team was into the fourth quarter away from their first conference championship in nearly 2 decades, and Forest City made a improbable comeback, outscoring the Bulldogs by about 20 points in the fourth quarter alone to win that game. And was a big win for Forest City on the road, and Bulldogs had to wait 1 year till last year to win that conference championship that they were looking for. They got it on the board a year ago, but it took 1 year longer than they wanted to because of an improbable comeback by Forest City in this building. Though this gym, it's tough to win in. Forest City hasn't done it in a couple of decades. Nobody's done it probably in that same amount of time. Talking with a few people, I'm not sure really anybody really knows the last time Lake Mills has lost a conference match inside this building. Hannah will try to start it off the way she did last time, and it's dug out by Jones. The Bulldogs were celebrating point number 1 in the set. Instead, Jones digs it. It goes over the net and lands in the back row for a Forest City point. The Bulldogs were all together. They were celebrating the point, and instead it turns into Forest City leading 1-0. Well, you got to score 25 of them, and it starts with the first one, and Indians lead 1-0. Steeney blocked by the Indians, and it's going to get down Forest City 2-0. So if you're going to start a comeback, you got to start somewhere, and the Indians start exactly how they wanted to with a 2-0 lead here in set number 3. Anderson continuing to serve. Over the net, taken by Burgos, set up by Liam Owen. And it's out. Forest City leads 3-0. Though the Indians had a big lead in set number 2, Lake Mills overcame it and found the victory. Forest City trying to separate themselves as far as they can here in set number 3 to try to find this victory, leading 3-0 early. Moen will set this one up to Steeney, and she sends it long. The Lake Mills fans thought that was in, but it landed right in front of the officials, so obviously she knows the ball. If it would have been on the other side, it would have been, okay, was it in or was it out? But it literally landed in front of her. 5-0 Indians is an ace for Emma Anderson. Emma Anderson finds an ace. And it's now 5-0 Forest City. Anderson came in serving at a 91% efficiency. And another ace, back-to-back aces. And it's 6-0 Indians. Timeout Lake Mills. It's 6-0 Forest City in set number 3. Long ways to go. But a timeout on the floor. We'll be back in a minute.
Grow Electric in Lake Mills is proud to support area athletics and proud to serve our new and returning customers. To get started on any electrical project, big or small, call 641-592-8282. Good luck, athletes, from Grow Electric in Lake Mills.
The County Line C team of Chuck Rubish, Jake Young, and myself, Matt Keel, are your premier and local DeKalb, Asgrow, Agrigold, and NK dealer in Forest City. With a combined over 30 years of seed experience, we're setting a new trend in agriculture at County Line. Call today at 641-581-3300 or visit us off the Airport Blacktop in Forest City.
Welcome back here on KIOW, live at KIOW.com. Forest City and Lake Mills doing battle in this Top of Iowa Conference Championship. And if you're going to start somewhere, you got to start to get yourself back in front. And Forest City back on top with another one. That one I don't believe will go down as an ace because it was touched in the back row and then touched by Rockstead and then touched by Burgo before it goes down to the floor. So I don't believe that one will be credit for an ace, and Lake Mills will make a substitution. Finley Rockstead will leave the game. Bryn Rognes will go into the back row for the Lake Mills Bulldogs. And the Indians go right after her. After she comes in, and it's 8-0 Indians. 8-0 Forest City here in set number one. And now if you're Forest City, at some point Lake Mills is probably going to make a run in this set. You're excited right now with an 8-0 lead. You want to try to add more, but at some point Lake Mills will make a run in this set, and you got to make sure it's not enough to try to bring them back to within. Forest City will touch it on their side almost for one of the first times in this set as Lake Mills and will finally return to the Indian side. Here's Forest City setting up for Dillevue. Dillevue trying to keep it alive. She does after a block for Lake Mills. Now pushed over by Jerome. Set up. Here's Hannah. Down. Indians keep it alive. Forest City's got some momentum. Trying to continue this, and it's on the line and in. 9-0 now Forest City. No, they're going to call a lift on the Indians. The line judge called it in. They called it a lift, though, on Forest City. So line judge said it hit the line, but the official called a lift. Forest City fans were looking for an explanation. That's your explanation. A lift called against the Indians, though. It's 8-1. Erica Jordan will serve. Again, we talked about it. Forest City's got to try to weather the storm now. Pushed over by Helgeson, taken by the Bulldogs. Here comes Burgo. Burgo over, taken by Jones. Here comes Hovinga. Now Jerome, and that's down. So that's a positive for the Indians. You give Lake Mills one, but not two. Or more, and it's 9-1. Jerome will serve. Left to right. Over the net. Taken by the Bulldogs. Moen. Hannah in. Indians decided to let it go. They thought it was going to go out, but it lands right in the back row, and it's now 9-2. Again, you have a 7-point lead. You led 8-0 at one point. Rogstead will come back in. Rognes will go out. Rognes actually one of their front row players, and they threw her in the back row just for some momentum. That's going to be a point for Lake Mills. So back-to-back for Lake Mills. We mentioned it. At some point in this set, Lake Mills will make a run. Forest City just has to weather it, and now to allow Lake Mills to score 7 straight. Forest City may score one, and then Lake Mills score another 4 or 5 straight and take a big lead. That would be pretty deflating for the Indians. And Lake Mills back to within 5. It's 9-5. Ellie Hannah with a huge kill there for the Bulldogs. 9-4. It's a 5-point lead for the Indians. Lake Mills crowd getting back into it. If you're Forest City, you're saying that's okay. We still lead by 5. And an ace. Leah Moen gets an ace. Her 31st of the year, second of the night. And it's now 9-4. Bulldogs back to within 4. And we'll see Moen serving here for Lake Mills. Taken by Jones, set up by Jerome. Here comes Hovinga. Erica Jordan from the back row. Has to go over for Lake Mills. It does. Here's Anderson. Jerome. Helgeson. Dig for Erica Jordan. Kept alive. Here comes Burgo. Overblocked by the Indians, but kept alive by Lake Mills. Here comes Burgo again. Blocked again. Forest City keeps it alive. And it's going to be a point for the Bulldogs. As they say, the Indians put it behind the antenna to go over. 9-6. Now the score. Back to a 3-point game. Lake Mills has got it to within 3. Here comes Jalen Hovinga, and she'll get Forest City back out by 4, 10-6. 10-6 Indians. here in set number 3. Bethany Warren's back in, as the Indians will make a change with the libero, send Kevin Jones to the bench for a break. And we'll see a serve coming for Helgeson, and it's long. 10-7. Back into the game is Kit Byers, the senior middle hitter, 6 foot, number 2 in the conference, coming in with blocks along with her teammate, who's number 1. Taken there by the Bulldogs. Now by the Indians, pushed back over to the Lake Mills side. Leah Moen sets it up to Burgo. Burgo trying to kill it for us, and he keeps it alive. Indians got to go over. They do with Jones. Taken by Ellie Hanna on the back row. Set up Moen, and Kit Byers kills it. Back to a 2-point lead. 10-8 is the score in favor of Lake Mills, or excuse me, in favor of Forest City. Lake Mills leads 2-0 here in set number 3. Bulldogs need 1 set for a conference championship. The Indians need to win 3 straight. This one's set up to Dillavoon, and she kills it in the back row. And it's now 11-8. Well, if you think about it, if Lake Mills were to win 3 straight here and go straight sets, of course we'd keep that streak alive with straight sets, but you know, Forest City has to win 3 straight to try to win it. Is that just as hard as trying to win 3 straights at the beginning, 3 straights at the end? Reverse sweep, that one's down. That'll be a kill for Kit Byers and for Lake Mills, back to a 2-point game, 11-9. Steeney will come back in, as Erica Jordan will go out, and we'll see a serve coming for Brooke Burgo. They took it slow with her in the preseason. Here comes Holland trying to get a kill, dug out there by Vonik. To the back row, Burgo is going to have to try to send it over. She does. Dillavoon, Jerome, Jalen Hovinga sends it to the far back row. That's where Leah Moen's got it. Now Burgo, here's Steeney over, taken by Dillavoon. Nice job. Forest City's got to try to push it over, and it's a Forest City point. They're going to call Lake Mills for being over top of the net. So they're going to say that the Bulldogs were over the net and on the Indians' side when they touched that contact of that volleyball. And Forest City will have a point. 12-9 the score in favor of the Indians here in set 3. Forest City will have to win 3 straight. They would like to win 1 to get some momentum. Never know what happens when you win 1. That could have been, you know, how Lake Mills gets out to a 2-0. They win the first one, get some momentum. They're trying to win 3 straight. They win the conference championship 12-10. Coach Beamer out from the bench trying to pump up his Bulldogs. Yelling to him, though. It's hard to yell to him. It's so loud inside this gym, it's hard for me even to hear myself in the headset, and I'm wearing it. Leah Moen sets us up. Kit Byers blocked by the Indians, kept alive. Here's Hovinga. Good strike there from Holland. Can Lake Mills return? Burgo, yes. Pretty tough one there for Burgo and the Bulldogs. They get it down before Forest City will kill Jerome. 13-10 Indians here in set number 3. As Burgo will come out. They're going to give her a break. Natalie Brandenburg will come in for the first time. Junior defensive specialist comes in trying to give Burgo a little of a break. She hasn't had much of a break in this one. We talked about it. They brought her along slow this year after the knee injury. Indians go right at Natalie Brandenburg as she comes in for the first time. She is able to keep it alive, though, for Lake Mills. Now Forest City kills back-to-back for Jerome, and it's now 14-10. But the Indians went right at Brandenburg with their serve as soon as she came in. We'll see what they decide to do here. Here comes Jones. Serve assignment comes from the bench. They do go back to Brandenburg. She digs, passes it to Leah Moen. Leah Moen just tries to dump it over, and it's there. So the Indians go back-to-back, trying to go after Brandenburg fresh into the game. They know they brought Brandenburg in to try to give a little bit of a break to Brooke Burgo in this warm environment. Indians trying to get back on top here with a side out. Here's Brandenburg. Now Ellie Steeney puts it over. Hovinga, Holland, dug out again by Brandenburg. Ellie Hanna misses it. Hanna went up for it, missed time to jump. And it's going to be 15-11, Forest City by 4. Still here in set number 3. Set number 3. Indians trail 2-0. Thanks for joining us on KIOW, live at KIOW.com as well on our video stream. We really appreciate each and every single one of you being with us. Indians with a big block of the net, taken by the Bulldogs. Here comes Lake Mills, another block, a solo for Regan Helgeson, a big solo block for Helgeson and the Indians. And Forest City will lead 16-11. Indians led 8-0 to start this set. Now they still lead by 5, 16-11. Serve, Anderson over the net, taken by the Bulldogs. Leah Moen. Steeney will push it over, taken by Emma Anderson. Hovinga will set it up to Dillavu. She'll slide it over. Vanek. Now Leah Moen just dumps it, taken by Hovinga. Jerome will just push it over. Brandenburg in the back row. Here's Leah Moen. Ellie Hanna down for a kill. And it's now 16-12. Brooke Burgo will check back in as Brandenburg will come back out. Erica Jordan will also come in. She will serve for Lake Mills as Steeney will go to the bench. Lake Mills trying to win their 16th conference title in 18 years. Erica Jordan will serve. Indians looking to send this to a game 4, set 4. Hasn't been done much of this time over the last 7 years that these two teams have played every single year. That's a point for the Indians. And they have not gone to a set number 4 very often. Almost every single time these two teams play, it's close, it's battle, it's back and forth, but it goes 3-0. Last year they played in the North Iowa Conference, it went 3-2. Lake Mills a huge favorite in that one. Forest City trying to pull the upset. They were in 14-15. Back-to-back points for the Indians. Gosh, I should know that. Should know that year. Might have been the year I graduated. 18-12 now the score. And we'll see a serve coming for Jerome. Jerome serving from left to right here for the Indians, leading 18-12. Over Erica Jordan. Bulldogs have not lost a conference set this year. That's a kill for Burgo. And Lake Mills back to within 5, 18-13. Bulldogs have been perfect through all of their conference games so far. Forest City has lost one conference set. That was the Bishop Garrigan. Indians took the first 2 in that one. Bishop Garrigan took 3, and then Forest City came back and dominated 4 for the win. Helgeson, long. Back-to-back points for Lake Mills. 18-14. Bulldogs back to within 4. Forest City leading 18-14. And we'll see a serve for Leah Moen. Middle of the court, right to left, over, taken by Jones. Jerome. Over by Hovinga. Leah Moen sets it up to Rogstead. Rogstead dug out by the Indians, into the ceiling. Can they keep it alive? They can! That one was a tough one. It took forever for it to develop. I don't know how they do, but it turns into a Lake Mills point either way as it falls back down to the floor, and it's 18-15. Not sure how the Indians kept it alive originally, but it ends up with the Lake Mills point either way, 18-15. Forest City leads here in set number 3. The Bulldogs took the first 2. Indians trying to get on the board. They have to win 3 straight. But it starts with winning 1. You can't win 3 unless you win 1. Hovinga sends it over to the Lake Mills side. Moen will take it. Here's Burgo. Burgo is blocked. Kept alive by Erica Jordan. Wow, Erica Jordan with a big save. Here comes Dillavu that time. No saving it as Dillavu kills it. And it's 19-15. We mentioned Dillavu came in tonight as number 2 in the conference and attacks Forest City, feeds her quite often. And it's a serve into the net. And Lake Mills back to within 3. 19-16 is the Forest City lead. The other thing this could implicate, not only could this implicate will implicate a conference champion tonight. Whoever wins this will win the conference championship. Out of the ceiling, Forest City trying to keep it alive. They do with Hovinga. Erica Jordan comes in, takes it. Here's Leah Moen. Kept alive by the Indians on an attack by Byers. Bethany Warren over. Leah Moen will set it up. Rogstead blocked and is back down. Big block there for the Indians. It's 20-16. What I was saying before that point, as we'll see substitutions for both teams, is this could not only, this will decide the conference championship, but this could decide player of the year in the conference as well. See how the coaches vote on that. There's a couple of players on each of these two teams that are probably your favorites, and Lake Mills will find a point. That's voted on by all the coaches. Timeout called by Forest City. The Indians lead 20-17. They're 5 points away from taking set number 3 and pushing us to a game number 4. They got to close it out here. This is where at the point last set when Lake Mills went on their run, a 6-point run for the Bulldogs gave them the win in set number 2. Indians now lead 20-17 and try to keep it alive. Going back to our conference player of the year conversation I was just talking about, but there's probably, I would say, 2 players on both Forest City side and on Lake Mills' side that are probably your front runners for conference player of the year, depending on, that's voted on by the conference coaches. All the conference coaches, when they pick all their all-conference teams, they also will pick a coach of the year and a player of the year. And I think, honestly, I think it comes down to whoever wins this tonight. I think you take one of the 2 from the winning team is probably your conference player of the year. Again, I don't get a say in that. It comes from the coaches, so we'll see if they decide. But a couple of seniors on both, actually a junior on the Lake Mills side. I think if Lake Mills wins this tonight, conference player of the year probably pretty close to being decided. Could be Ellie Hanna, but as a junior, maybe they give it to Leah Mullen. She has had a fantastic year this year. She's top 5 in serving efficiencies, one of the best setters you're going to find in the conference. So maybe they go the way of Leah Mullen, but I think if the Bulldogs win, they probably go in that direction. As we're back from timeout here, Lake Mills has the volleyball, and it's blocked by the Indians, but it comes down on their own side, and Lake Mills back to within 2 at 20-18. Forest City side, you look at a couple of seniors, Shea DeLavu and Kevin Jones. I think if the Indians come back and win this one, I think those 2 probably in the running there for player of the year. I think coach of the year probably just follows the champion as well. Here's Bethany Warren, sends it long, and we're back to within 1. Back to within 1. Lake Mills came into the Forest City timeout down by 3. They come out of the Forest City timeout down by 1. Burgo will serve, taken by Jerome. Hovinga will set this one up. Holland over the net. Oh, what a big strike by Holland, and the Indians are 4 points away. Pardon me. Indians 4 points away. They lead by 2, 21-19. You got a pretty good server in Jalen Hovinga serving now. You want to go on a little bit of a run. Hovinga will serve from left to right. Oh, into the net. Little broadcaster jinx there. And it's 21-20. Bulldogs back to within. They will get a serve. It'll be Finley Rockstead, the 5'8 junior outside hitter, who will serve, taken by Jones. Kept alive by the Indians. No, it's a point for the Bulldogs. We're tied. A lift called against Forest City. We're tied at 21. The Indians led 21-19, and instead we are back to a 21-21 tie here in set number 3. The Bulldogs are 4 points away from a conference championship. Forest City is 4 points away from sending us to a game number 5. This environment getting pretty crazy in here between these 2 schools. Pretty fun to see these 2 schools. Whether you're listening to us via radio or listen to us via audio. Ace for the Bulldogs. Rogstead with an ace, and Lake Mills leads. Timeout called by the Indians. Lake Mills just 3 points away after Forest City led this set at 1 point by 8 points. The Bulldogs now have a 1 point lead and are 3 points away from a victory. We'll take a break, come back in 30 seconds.
Go. From planting to harvest, you can count on Nate. Contact him today in Forest City at 641-860-1712. Nate will help you put the right seed on your acres. 641-860-1712.
Back here on KIOW, live at KIOW.com. Forest City and Lake Mills battling out for the top of Iowa Conference crown here this evening. And we'll see a serve coming. For the Bulldogs, they are 3 points away. The Indians are trying to go on a little bit of a run of their own, and it's going to be a back-to-back point for Lake Mills. Now just 2 points away from that conference championship. Forest City led this set 8-0. They led here in the 20s, 21-19, and now Lake Mills has gone on a 4 point run. I said back-to-back-to-back. It's actually back-to-back-to-back-to-back. Now Lake Mills 1 point away. Forest City led 21-19. Lake Mills has gone on a 5 point run, and the Bulldogs are 1 point away, 24-21 from their conference championship, and it will have to wait for a moment. I thought Lake Mills was going to have it with Rockstead. Instead, it waits for a moment. Forest City's back on the scoreboard, and this building is getting loud in here. Forest City, they needed to score 6 straight in set number 2. to come back. Now they only need to score 3 straight to come back. They got one of them. They need 2 more. 24-22. Serve. Taken by Lake Mills. Moen sets it up. Steeney. Dug out by the Indians. Set up. Pushed over by Jerome. Kept alive by Rogstead. Steeney over again. Here's Dillavu. Set up by Hovinga. Here's Holland. Blocked, and it's in. Lake Mills wins. Blocked back in. Lake Mills wins 25-22. And again this year it goes via straight sets fashion. 25-22 is the final here in set number 2. Lake Mills won set number 1, 25-15. And they close it out here in set number 3 with a win 25-22. The Indians gave it a shot, but Lake Mills will win their 16th conference championship in 18 years. They'll stop Forest City after a 1-year streak. Forest City hasn't lost a conference match in 730 days, but 730 days, the longest Forest City streak will go as it ends here tonight. Though they will keep alive their streak of losses against other teams other than Lake Mills. It's been a little over, well, by the time we get back to our next volleyball conference schedule, it'll be about 3,000 days since the last time Forest City has lost to a conference opponent that is not Lake Mills, but their streak of 730 days without a conference loss will come to an end here in Lake Mills tonight as the Bulldogs win in straight sets fashion again. This series over the last half decade has all ended straight sets. Good games, but they've all ended in straight sets fashion. 25-22 is the final here in this one as Lake Mills onto the court celebrating. And we will come back. Post-game show will come your way in just a couple of minutes here on KIOW. Our post-game show brought to you by our friends at County Line Seeds. I'm sure possibly listening along with us tonight from the Combines out there trying to get some work done. I know the last couple of broadcasts it's been it's been rainy or it's been ucky out there, so I'm sure the County Line Seeds guys out there tonight, and we want to thank them for all their great support here of the Forest City Indians and of area athletics. So County Line Seeds post-game show coming your way in just a couple of minutes here on KIOW. 2 minutes, we'll come back. As long as you got all the ads in, let's go after this. We're good. Welcome back here on KIOW, live at KIOW.com. Lake Mills, the conference champions of the top of Iowa West this year with a straight sets victory over Forest City tonight in Lake Mills. Again, this building has been impossible for Forest City to win in. And again, it stays that way as Forest City will fall 25-15, 25-21, 25-22. Though a conference championship always an important part of the schedule, though, of course, you have a lot of other important parts of the schedule, trying to make a postseason run, trying to get into the postseason and make a run of the state. Forest City probably has, we'll see when the actual pairings come out, which we should see maybe later this week or for sure next week. We'll start seeing some pairings come out. But Forest City may have their best chance to make it back down to the state tournament they have had in years. They don't have to go through Osage. They don't have to go through Dike New Hartford. Obviously, being in 3, you don't have to go through teams like Western Christian. Forest City may get set up with teams that are, at 10 or 11 in the rankings that Forest City have competed with all year long. They've competed with teams like Roland Story a couple of times this year, who's number 15 in the rankings right now. They've battled with those teams. Those might be the teams that Forest City has to face come regional championship time. Now, of course, you have to make it to a regional championship, but Forest City may have a chance at hosting a first-round game. I think they've done quite a bit to try to plead for their case to be able to host a first-round game. And then from there, you're probably going to have to go on the road, or maybe they've done enough for a second seed. They've played against some really good teams in 4A and 5A. They're never going to have a booming record. They're never, some of the teams that have booming records don't play as much. I mean, Forest City's going to play the defending 3A champions. They were in that tournament. Didn't play Osage, but they were in the Osage tournament with the defending 3A champions. Dike New Hartford, who some people think will roll to the 2A championship this year. Waverly Shellrock, who's a top 5 team or a top 10 team in Class 4A. Cedar Falls, who has won a state championship, and Coach Johnson has done amazing there at Cedar Falls. And just a lot of good teams that Forest City's played against. And even this Lake Mills team, I think this Lake Mills team has a good chance to make a run in Class 2A, though they're going to run into the teams like Dike New Hartford, like Osage, unfortunately, where we're going to see Lake Mills and Dike, Lake Mills and Osage in the first couple of rounds, which is going to be unfortunate for Lake Mills, or maybe it's going to be unfortunate for Osage or Dike New Hartford. But yeah, Forest City got a good taste tonight of some good volleyball, and I think they found out tonight, they're going to find things tonight that they're going to work on, and I think this will make Forest City even stronger. Didn't get the conference championship they wanted, but still have a lot to play for this season. I want to thank everybody back at the studio, John Lentz, for all of his hard work. Really appreciate him. John Lentz back at the studio for all of his work. I really do appreciate John back there. Dusty here on camera, she did a great job tonight here from Lake Mills High School and has all season long. Really appreciate her as well. Again, for Lake Mills wins the conference championship in 2021. I'll have a full story with comment from the Bulldogs head coach Jim Beamer and comment from the Bulldogs players coming up a little bit later on tomorrow on KIOW, maybe later tonight on KIOW, so look for that. Again, Lake Mills, the 2021 TIC Conference champions by beating Forest City 25-15, 25-21, 25-22. I'm Zarin Egestal. We'll see you again on Friday night live from Forest City High School as the Indian football team tries to keep their season alive. Zarin Egestal saying good night from Lake Mills.